What are the overarching themes, energies, circumstances coming up for Capricorn in October 2025? All right, you have your higher self. Yeah, interesting. So your spirit's taking the reins and is leading you in a specific path, a specific direction, so you can take action on something that's significant to you, important to you. So it's not without reason, okay? It's not that your spirit just decided that it wants to be in the driving seat. No. It's like, let me take over for a second because I can get us where we need to be. So this is an important month for you, okay? We're going to have a look at what that is. Yeah, look, see, present power. There's something you're doing in the present moment that not only affects your future, but it also changes something about the past. So timelines, okay? Something about timelines is very significant here. We're going to have a look at this anyway, but that's very interesting. Okay, so this is a very important moment in your life, Capricorn. Okay, and I feel like that's why your own spirit is coming to the forefront, because it wants to make sure that you're in the right position at the right time. Because it does. It has a significant impact on your future, but it also affects the past. And of course, the present moment, that goes without saying, but it does. It literally affects the past in some capacity. That's interesting. Tell me more about this for Capricorn. I did not see that message come in, but here we are. Okay. Tell me more about this energy for Capricorn. That's interesting. Yeah, the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man in reverse. So there you are gaining some kind of enlightenment here. Right? There was already some kind of choice. Almost some kind of sacrifice made to put you where you needed to be. It's like seeing the bigger picture here. Wow, I feel like this one is going to be really like profound, okay? Very personal to each and every one of you as well. And it changes everything. So you've already made this choice, but because you made the choice, it's like your spirit is now acting upon it. But you had to consciously choose this, right? Without even knowing all of the facts, all of the variables, what exactly it would lead to, how it would change your life. But you made some kind of heartfelt, intuitive choice, and that changes everything. So your spirit's like, good, now I can take the reins. Now I can position us where we need to be for something to happen, for change to occur here. But again, this impacts you on every level. That's why this energy is here, present power, right? What you're doing in the present moment impacts multiple timelines. That's crazy. Tell me more about this for Capricorn. Judgment. Again, enlightenment, being awake, coming out of like the darkness, coming out of illusion, right? Seeing things clearly. Again, being awake spiritually, consciously awake. Know this, right? If this is making any sense to you, it's because you've already made a choice here. You chose something. This could be a path, a way of being, a calling, right? A state of consciousness, whatever, okay? It's going to be vary from person to person, but you made a choice. And now, spirit, your spirit, the divine, can act because you chose. Wow. Okay, tell me more about this for Capricorn. Yeah, I'm telling you, King of Swords energy. You made a conscious choice, rooted in authenticity, honor, integrity, right? Yeah, you made a very good choice, my friend. Whatever this was for you, you chose right. Let's put it that way. A lot of times it's not even really about right or wrong, but in this case for you, for what you want, you chose right. Let's put it that way, okay? You made the honorable choice, and you were thinking from a higher perspective, right? You weren't just thinking about immediate self-serving, sort of rewards or anything like that, right? You was thinking from a higher perspective, again, your higher self. You were thinking about the long-term implications, the ramifications of your choices and your actions. You thought it through and you made a conscious choice that was for your highest good and the highest good of all. That's why it's coming up as an honorable choice, right? Wow. That's powerful. Let me tell you this, Capricorn. Not everyone would make this choice the way you did. Yeah, exactly. Look, justice in reverse. Like I said, not everyone would make this choice the way you did. Especially after some kind of situation, right? Where you experienced an injustice. All right? Again, that's where that past event comes in. You made a choice to do something that almost like rights or wrong. Not that it changes it in that you can go back in time and make sure it didn't happen. But it also, it kind of makes it right, you know? Like true justice. You know what I mean? Yeah, because you're fully aware that this was a major injustice, okay? That you experienced, that you felt, that you saw. And this choice that you made enables you to make it right in some capacity, right? Balance the scales. Wow. This is, yeah, the Ten of Cups and the Two of Swords in reverse. You see, right, how you can do that, right? And it's not through conflict, it's through unity, with the Ten of Cups being in the upright. Connection, collaboration, right? Unity. So this could be through bridging connections, right? Bridging connections, forming alliances, forming relationships with people, community, family, right? Bringing people together, coming together as a unit, working together, Eight of Pentacles, work together to right a wrong, work together to transform a situation. That's amazing. Very admirable as well. And again, if you resonate with this, that's testament to your character. Because like I say, you chose a very honorable path here, right? Some people would get into their shadow, their ego, and just be like, well, screw everything, screw everyone. I was wronged. But you're not doing that, right? You're choosing to build bridges, bonds, a connection, right? Unity, to try and fix something that's broken, or to try and rectify something or bring about change where there's true justice, balance, equality, right? So this could be something even bigger than yourself, okay? You could have some kind of lasting impact where you change things, not just for yourself, but for others, right? Or you work together to invoke a change that is far-reaching. So this could be pretty big for some of you, okay? So it's not that you're doing it single-handedly, but you make the choice to initiate something here that enables you to work with the right people. Again, that's what makes sense. That makes sense, right? What did I say at the beginning? Like your spirit coming in because of the choice you made and positioning you where you need to be to make it happen, right? Positioning you where you need to be so that you can connect with the people, be in the right environments to invoke this change here. That's amazing. And it does. Because of that, it will change not only the past and the way you look at it, but it changes things for the future because of the impact it's going to have. That's amazing. So I don't know. Yeah, look at this. And that status quo. You're changing, challenging the status quo, Capricorn. Okay? What you do now, I'm telling you, it has far-reaching implications. You're going to change things with this choice that you've made. Doesn't matter how, to what scale, big or small, that's not what's important. It's the fact that you are invoking a positive change here because of the choice you're making. That's powerful. Yeah, look, what did I say about unity, connections, family, bonds, right? Coming together for a common goal, objective, to make things right, to expose the injustice, and to change it to the point where this can't occur in the same way again. You literally have the universe itself that's got your back to make this happen. This is unreal. Not sure who that's for, but I hope that helps, Capricorn. Wow.